Texting and drinking is never a good idea. We've all done it, and we've all regretted it. The drunken texts you forgot you sent. Prospectors collected them in Texticated on Rock 107.
From the 585, Rochester, New York. Now that the election's over, I want to see liquor stores and pot dealers airing attack ads against each other. I love attack ads. From the 805, Oxnard, California. An eyelash just fell out into my container of rice. I'm searching for it. I've taken out single pieces of rice one at a time, and I've come to the conclusion that I have to get a job or a hobby fast.
You hit send, and we hit the floor laughing in Texticated on Rock 107.
From Dallas, Texas, area code 214. For Election Day, is it wrong to call that guy Steve from the other night and tell him I want to be his poll worker? And from the 979, College Station, Texas, we just ordered $30 worth of French fries.
Proof that booze and cell phones don't mix in Texticated on Rock 107.
From the 724 in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. Also, I may or may not be wearing a cape right now. Hint, I am. Mesa, Arizona, area code 480. You spent the rest of the night smelling pepper to prove you can sneeze with your eyes open.
Hey, we found him in your telephone in Texticated on Rock 107.
And now it's time for another episode of 1 Minute Inside a Woman's Head.
Well, I did it. I voted. I kind of wish I voted early. But no, there I was, waiting and waiting. I finally got in and voted. I saw like 3 dozen donuts behind the poll workers, but no one offered me any. Hey, maybe offer the voters a drink and a donut. Hey, wait, I didn't get a sticker either. Everybody in front of me got an I voted sticker. How's anyone going to know if I voted if I don't have a sticker to post on Instagram? Damn it. Now I have to go back in and wait in line to get a sticker.
And that was another episode of 1 Minute Inside a Woman's Head.
Few seconds inside a man's head.
Well, Election Day is over. I guess I won't have to sit through a million political commercials all day. Nope, it's back to pharmaceutical ads all day. Ugh. Now I'll feel self-conscious when the Viagra ads come on again.
And that was another episode of A Few Seconds Inside a Man's Head.
Breaking the news that's already broken. It's time for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
Workers say guests pooping in line at Disneyland and Disney World is a real problem. Remember the good old days at Disneyland where the only logs at the parks were the ones you rode in Splash Mountain? Yesterday was Election Day in PA. Voter turnout was light, unless you count the people voting for Dancing with the Stars. Turns out they just wanted to see some fancy footwork, not politicians tap dancing around the issues. A Dunkin' Donuts truck was stolen in Connecticut, and now police are checking to see whether Chris Christie has an alibi.
Making sure breaking news stays broken. Tune in tomorrow for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107. Tough right now. There's plenty of bad news, but it's not all bad. It's time for the brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
A Marine in Tennessee used to tease his girlfriend that they could have their wedding catered by Waffle House one day. So after they finally tied the knot last month, she surprised him by doing the entire reception at Waffle House.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
Are you ready to be very, very skeptical? Good morning, I'm Rock 107's Prospector. The shoe company ASICS recently commissioned a poet named Charlie Cox to engineer a poem to put you in a better mood. She created the poem from more than 40,000 submissions from people sharing what inspired them to get active. ASICS also hired a music producer to create an instrumental track to play behind the poem. And it's at the 111 hertz frequency, which is supposed to help produce endorphins when you hear it. The result? They say they've created a poem that will put you in a better mood and inspire you to get up and get going simply by hearing it. The poem's called Nothing Feels Better. Will it work on you? I don't know. I tried. I really did. I closed my eyes. I listened to it with noise-canceling headphones. I tried to let it move me. But nothing. Bupkis. I don't know. Maybe I'm way too broken. There's still some hope for you, though, so here's a bit of the poem.
I want to shake my body until it releases tiny voices that sing songs my head can shake off. I want to bathe in the commotion. I want to become the very notion of a transformation. I am every ounce, stretch and bounce of feeling. I am the crowd of my mind's elation.
It's like the worst of every meme I've ever seen posted to social media that's supposed to be inspirational. Meanwhile, I'm writing my own version of a poem to make me feel better. It's called Shut Up and Leave Me Alone. You've heard of wine tours, farm tours, right? Kentucky's got that bourbon trail, and now there's a South Carolina mayonnaise trail. Yeah, good morning. I'm Rock 107's Prospector. Greenville, South Carolina's got their own unofficial mayo guide, and it includes 20 stops. 20! Showcasing mayonnaise in different ways. That just made me want to play another round of wrong answers only. What would a Northeast PA trail be? Wrong answers only. As always, no politics. That's what I want to know this morning. We're going to check in on the Rock lines. What would a NEPA tour be? Wrong answers only. Rock 107.
Okay, a high-speed pothole tour.
How high of a speed are we talking?
Well, we can't exceed the speed limit.
See, he doesn't want to get us in trouble because there's so many potholes. You start exceeding the speed limit, you're going to be all over Northeast PA. Cops are going to find you, right? Andrew says meth trail. Bob, check it in on Facebook.com/Angry Prospector says landfill odor trail. What would a Northeast PA trail, a Northeast PA tour be? Wrong answers only. On to the Rock lines. John, what do you got?
How about going to Walmart and being able to watch the pajama bottom runway show?
I love it, man.
All right. Have a good day.
Wrong answers only. Northeast PA Tours, Rock 107. What do you got?
Full set of teeth.
A full set of teeth, she says. Matthew, you say Hillbilly Venison Pocono Oysters Tour. Taste the creamery treats of the Backdoor Mountains. Jane, clean bathrooms, clean gas station bathrooms trail. I think that's a great one. I want to know, what would a Northeast PA tour, a Northeast PA trail be? You know, South Carolina's got the Mayo Trail, Bourbon Trail in Kentucky. What about ours here in Northeast PA? Wrong answers only. Karen, checking in on the Rock lines. What do you got?
Mine Subsidence tour.
All right, let me make sure I got this right. Not a mine fire tour where we're looking like, Centralia and all the different mine fires throughout Northeast PA. This would be a mine subsidence tour like we just had a couple of months ago or a couple of weeks ago in Luzerne County, where we're looking for the ones where they start to go down, right?
Yeah, Mine Subsidence tour.
I like that because Dave, check it in on Facebook.com/Angry Prospector says Mine Fire Tour, and TA says the Trouble with Cali Filming Locations Trail. One last one. Mary Beth checking in from Taylor. We're talking about Northeast PA Trail. Wrong answers only. What do you got?
I think it should be the Dollar General Trail.
There are certainly enough of those in Northeast PA.
Cover the most baffling, ridiculous, pathetic, cockeyed, laughable, preposterous blunders in the world of misdeeds. Nominee number 1.
4 men in England just got arrested for stealing a $6 million gold toilet. The theft happened 4 years ago, but they just got charged. A conceptual artist from Italy made it out of 18-karat gold and named it America. It's supposed to be a commentary on unbridled capitalism or something. It was originally on display at the Guggenheim in New York, where you could actually wait in line to use the toilet. The time limit was 3 minutes. Eventually, it was moved to a place in England called Blenheim Palace. It's a World Heritage Site. It's also where Winston Churchill was born. The golden commode vanished in the middle of the night in September of 2019, and authorities have been searching for it ever since. All 4 men are between the ages of 35 and 39. They're facing charges for burglary and conspiracy to transfer criminal property. Sadly, police still do not know where the toilet is. Chances are it's no longer a toilet. They think the guys melted it down long ago to sell the raw gold.
Nominee number 2.
To anyone who treats their Uber driver like a therapist or a legal counsel, there is no Uber driver passenger privilege. A 41-year-old man in Maine named Kevin Gray ordered a rideshare to a TGA Maxx, then blabbed to the driver about how he's planning to steal from the store. and how he had warrants for his arrest, and then showed the driver the drugs that he had on his person. The driver dropped Kevin off and immediately called police. Cops showed up and found Kevin. They knew who he was because it was his 12th arrest of 2023, which means he's ahead of the arrest per month pace. There isn't a full rundown of his rap sheet, but it sounds like it was mostly theft-related.
And the winner is...
the thief who blabbed to his Uber driver about how he was on his way to rob a TJ Maxx. Hey, maybe keep those plans to yourself next time. You're the Yam Bag of the Day, and we'll move on to Friday's Yam Bag of the Week competition. Keep it here for all the nominees for Prospector's Yam Bag of the Day, weekday mornings on Rock 107. Thanks for listening to Prospector's Prime Cuts podcast. Be sure to catch us live weekdays from 5:30 to 10 a.m. on Rock 107 or online at rock107.com or the Rock 107 app. A free download for your Android or iPhone. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss Prospector's Prime Cuts.